It's Wednesday, September 7th, and this is now on HNN.
The earthquake death toll rises in China as aftershocks continue.
So we know this refund will be welcome.
Heading to your bank account soon, we've got details on when the state will distribute up to $300 in tax refunds.
But with so much more capability that sets a new standard for iPhone.
Apple unveils the new iPhone. I'm Dan Lieberman with more on the new features and the price tag.
Plus, the Obamas are back at the White House for a portrait reveal. That's coming up on This Is Now. Good afternoon. We want to get started with this developing international story. Authorities say at least 74 people have now lost their lives in China following that devastating earthquake on Monday.
That's right, and more than 200 others have been injured. As Christy Lou Stout reports, this summer has been brutal for the region.
The death toll is rising, and aftershocks continue in Sichuan after a magnitude 6.6 earthquake hit the Chinese province on Monday. It threw me directly onto the ground, a survivor says as she receives treatment from rescue workers. Over 1 million residents in surrounding areas are reported to have felt moderate tremors. Some homes and buildings are destroyed or severely damaged. And Chinese President Xi Jinping has ordered all-out rescue efforts to save lives. This dashcam video shows the moment the quake struck in Luding, a county near the quake's epicenter. Tall trees and structures are swaying and shaking. At one point, the facade of one building just crumbles. It has been a brutal and cruel summer for Sichuan, a landlocked province in southwestern China that's home to 84 million people who have had to endure multiple trials before the quake. Authorities locked down 21 million residents in the Sichuan capital of Chengdu because of rising cases of COVID-19. This social media video underscores the heightened tension among residents who are venting their frustration as they remain in lockdown after the quake. On social media, a man pleads,
"Do you understand the situation we are dealing with in Sichuan right now? Because of COVID, we can't go out. But because of the earthquake, we can't stay inside. Who can tell us where is the safest for us?"
The region has also endured drought and the worst heat wave on record. And now, the aftermath of a deadly earthquake. It's misery upon misery in this afflicted Chinese province. Christy Lou Stout, CNN, Hong Kong.
We're still tracking this severe weather. At least 10 people have died and thousands have been displaced after Typhoon Hinnamnor tore through South Korea's southern industrial hubs. New video shows 2 people who were rescued in a dramatic operation after being trapped in a flooded underground parking garage for more than 12 hours. We're told more than 170 members from local fire stations, the military, and the Coast Guard all joined forces in the rescue effort.
Governor Ige says the state's tax refunds approved by the state legislature started going out this week. Most taxpayers will get from $100 to $300 for themselves and their dependents. Those who receive direct deposit tax refunds will get the money in that same bank account within about 2 weeks. About 300,000 people are getting a paper check. Those are going out in batches through the end of October.
I want to caution that this is dependent on the arrival of the check stock. We do know that there are supply chain issues, even dealing with check stock. The people of Hawaii work so hard. We do know that there are many challenges in this tough economic times. The current inflation, gas, electricity costs have been increasing. So we know this refund will be welcome.
One example, a family of 4 making less than $200,000 a year can expect a $1,200 payment.
All right, we're bringing in Mayor Blangiardi to talk about a big party that's shaping up for tomorrow with their Little League champs. Mayor, what's going on?
Jonathan, thank you for having me on, first of all. Look, we are tomorrow going to try to play our respects and appreciation for this young Little League team that just captured the hearts and won our, of everybody. I mean, this community fell in love with them. But it's not just about them. They're going to be our featured people, but this is a parade of champions. So we're bringing back the 2018 team that won the World Championship and the 2005. 2018 was coached by Coach Oda. We're bringing back Damien High School, who won the state championship earlier this year. Our Babe Ruth team, the 13-year-olds back in Virginia that won. And I think we actually have a softball team that won a championship as well. So it's a parade of champions. We're going to have families in there, but we're also going to have as many bands as we could have in this 1 mile course. So we're really excited about that. We're starting with our first and foremost Aurora Hawaiian band. We went to the Marine Corps. We wanted their color guard just because we thought it would add a nice touch. We have the Marine Corps band. We have Kamehameha Schools, Mililani High School, Pearl City High School. These are tremendous bands. The University of Hawaii and bagpipers.
Well, I got to say, Mayor, I was watching you announce this news last week, and I have to say, I've never seen you so excited in a press conference. Of course, we're talking about good news here.
Yes.
What is lighting you up about this?
Well, I just, first of all, I don't think there's a city in America, and you could start with New York, that wouldn't kill to want to swap places with us, to have their team, their Little League team, win a world championship. And I think given the period of time we've all lived through, this is a joyous occasion. And not only that, I think it's the way those kids played. They don't just not only dominated, but they did it with class and style. They made everybody so proud. I mean, they represented Hawaii in a great way. Why wouldn't you want to celebrate this with great enthusiasm? And my feeling now in the role of mayor is to do everything we possibly can to show them and to show the people of our city and our state how much this is appreciated and how much we can value each other in our celebration of this.
And I wanted to ask you, what's your history with baseball? Did you coach Little League? Were you a Little Leaguer?
I played a lot of baseball. In fact, in my high school years, I was on 2 state championship teams. So I played a lot of baseball. I know I get associated with football, but up until I didn't play baseball in college, but up until that point, and then my kids grew up. 2 of my boys, I went through that whole thing as a dad with that whole thing, and my oldest son was actually a very good baseball player. Both kids played well, but he played in college. So, it's just been a game that I've always loved, and I don't really talk about it because I'm associated with football, but it's this event. It's what these young boys did and the way they did it that was magical. And honestly, when you have something in your midst happening like that, it really deserves to be celebrated. And that's what we're going to do.
And last question, I know you had some wagers going on. Tell
did.
People what happened there.
Yeah, I probably should have bet a lot more of these guys, but we decided to have some fun because early on in the first round, the coach from, I guess the equivalent of the mayor back there, they have a different title for it. I think it's supervisor, Nassau County and Massapequa, was sort of touting this fact that, they were going to dominate and whatever. And so we just decided to call them up and get online and to issue a bet. And we said, hey, let's just make it fun. Let's make it a sport. His name was Bruce Blakeman. And we'll put up a case of our finest macadamia nuts. And he counted with pizzas, 10 pizzas.
Did you get the pizzas?
We did get the pizzas. We did get the pizzas. They arrived a little bit late. They had a little bit difficulty traveling through the mail. These guys didn't have a lot of experience, I think, in how to pack them up and send them to us. But we did get them. They made good on their bet, and we appreciate that. But and we spread that around.
All right, Mayor Blangiardi, looking forward to tomorrow. We'll be streaming it live right here on H&N's digital platforms.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Apple unveiled its latest and greatest today. Dan Lieberman reports from New York.
Apple's big reveal zeroed in on 3 products it calls essential in our lives: the iPhone, AirPods, and Apple Watch.
On their own, each is industry leading. Together, they provide a magical experience.
The Apple Watch Series 8 adds safety features like vehicle crash detection and health options like cycle tracking.
Women's health is critically important, and we're proud to bring these new advanced cycle tracking capabilities to Apple Watch Series 8.
The new AirPods offer personalized spatial audio and improved noise cancellation. Apple saved its top-selling product for last.
We're going big with iPhone 14 and even bigger with iPhone 14 Plus.
With an always-on display, a faster chip, camera upgrades, and out-of-this-world assistance.
Emergency SOS via satellite. These are features that really talk about not just the devices or the tech, but really about the experiences and that, again, peace of mind that these products are looking to offer.
The big question is whether the price tag will keep inflation-weary customers away. Apple is keeping the base model cost in line with last year's and crediting qualifying trade-ins. But the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max edge higher.
In terms of the features that they've added, particularly with the Pro line, really makes it a compelling upgrade for folks.
The company also touted its sustainability efforts, using recycled parts, and plans to be carbon neutral across its manufacturing supply chain by 2030. Dan Lieberman, CBS News, New York.
All right, Dan, thank you for that update. I'll stick with my iPhone for a little bit longer.
Yeah,
I have to get some more life out of it.
Always on display thing.
Yeah, I need to learn more about that too. It's cool they're keeping the price the same though.
Yeah.
That's good news in this world of inflation. All right, let's see if the weather is staying the same. Here's Guy Hoggy.
It's going to be a little bit sticky from tomorrow into the early part of next week. So the weekend is actually looking pretty nice. Here's your 7-day forecast, and includes pretty nice views. Take a look at this. This is from like Kihei looking back into Wailea, actually looking back into the West Maui Mountains. So today, a few passing showers. That's the hope. But overall, we're not going to see a lot of rain. At least it's going to feel comfortable because of the breezy winds. But by tomorrow, actually by tonight, the winds really drop off. And when the winds slow down, humidity levels will rise, and we'll likely get morning sunshine, afternoon clouds, and a few spotty afternoon showers around the mountains. Widespread rain not expected anytime soon. It is going to be hot, it is going to be humid, but it's going to be gorgeous out there. And remember, because we're in drought for many areas, conserve water. Use water rather judiciously. Don't be wasteful with it. High temperatures running into the upper 80s for the next several days.
All right, we got to say aloha to Kate Snow. She is coming to KHNL. Some new, exciting lineup changes for your midday to get your news fix. Kate Snow, why don't you tell our viewers about your brand new show? Like I said, coming to KHNL, 11 a.m. right before This Is Now at noon. What's it all about?
Aloha to you guys. I was joking that I really wish I could come see you in person for this interview, Jonathan, but really glad to be part of the family here. So what it's going to be, it's called NBC News Daily, and we are all about the news. So, you know, the news cycle is so fast right now, Jonathan. Things change by the minute, let alone the hour. So we feel like there's a real need for urgent breaking news and to tell you kind of what you need to know during the day, and the international and the national news that supplements what you're doing in Honolulu, and then also really special news and reporting that we have here at NBC. There are hundreds of correspondents covering the country, covering the world, and we have a lot of unique original reporting and journalism, and we want to share that with you as well.
Looking forward to it. I know we were just talking, you said it's one of your most favorite places on earth. Just wondering, what are some of the stories you've covered here in the Aloha State, here in the islands? What have been some of your experiences? I'm sure viewers want to know.
I've done a few things. The first time I was ever in Hawaii was with George W. Bush, President Bush, way back when I was covering the White House beat. And unfortunately, we were only on the island for like 6 hours. So it was hard. But since then, I've been to Kauai a couple different times, done a couple of stories there. Gabby Reese, the volleyball player, famous model, you know, we profiled her at one point. So yeah, I've been there a few times. I've been on vacation too. And absolutely love the state and everything about it. So excited to be kind of part of this team.
There's so many ways to get your news these days, and I'm just wondering, what do you think about your new show is different that's going to cut through the clutter that really is going to appeal to people to watch?
Yeah, well, I always answer that with what I said earlier, that there is a value, I think, to having really good reporting and really fact-based reporting going on. And we double, triple check. We go through all kinds of processes to make sure that we're reporting accurate information here. And I think people sense that. People know that, you know, some guy writing in their basement on the internet is not the same as NBC News. So hopefully we're going to bring you really high-quality journalism, and and that will be recognized. I would also just flag, Jonathan, that we're not only going to be here on the station every day, we're also available wherever you are streaming. So if you want to go on your phone or your laptop and watch this program, you can do that too. And I think that makes us a little unique.
All right, mahalo to Kate Snow, coming to KHNL, 11 a.m. starting September 12th, just a couple days away. Just so our viewers know, Tamron Hall is going to move to 1 p.m. Thanks so much, Kate.
Thank you.
All right, excited about that. Some
Yeah.
changes coming to here at the KHNL family. Looking forward to it. All right, also this caught my eye. You know I was into this, Ashley.
Yes.
Yes. All right, so Queen Elizabeth. Who else has listed one of her homes on Airbnb? Yeah, Airbnb, Queen Elizabeth's home. The listing says it is comfortable and can host 8 guests with 4 bedrooms and 2 full bathrooms. Would have expected a little more bathroom space. The current listing shows the house is going for only $216 a night with a 7-night minimum, but the house is already booked through 2024 with only a few weeks available throughout the next 2 years. It's named the Garden House and is the former home of the Queen's head gardener. So the main house on this property, on this estate, it's 20,000 acre estate, is usually where the royal family spends Christmas. So can you imagine if you actually got the Christmas dates and all of a sudden you're invited over for that Christmas goose with the Queen, something like that?
Yeah.
They'd kick me off this property right away.
I mean, that's the gardener's house. That's really, really nice.
I know. Who else gets houses in the royal entourage?
Yeah.
Really?
On the staff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Kim Kardashian, you guys, has a new gig. Wall Street investor. That's right. She's
What?
partnering with Jay Sammons, a former executive with Carlyle Group, to launch Sky Partners. Now, the new firm will invest in fast-growing businesses across several sectors, including hospitality, media, and consumer products, and the fund has not started raising money just yet. Now, the duo says it will make both control and minority investments in companies. Forbes reported last year that Kardashian officially became a billionaire thanks to Skims and her makeup line, Kkw Beauty.
Always a trendsetter. I don't know if you saw the most latest post of hers that really got in a lot of buzz online. Is she actually dyed, she's more blonde, and dyed her
Platinum
brows as well. So got a lot of people talking.
Yeah.
More entertainment news. A live-action remake of Pinocchio is set to stream starting tomorrow on Disney+. Let's turn things over to Entertainment Tonight's Nichelle Turner with more on that and a behind-the-scenes look.
Aloha, Jonathan. Tom Hanks shows us what it was like to take on the role of Pinocchio's dad, Geppetto, in the film that took 7 years to complete.
The idea of taking on a treasured classic as Disney's Pinocchio, it's an incredibly rich opportunity to revisit and go deeper into this great masterpiece.
That must be what attracted so many stars. Cynthia Erivo is the Blue Fairy, Luke Evans is the villainous coachman, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt voices Jiminy Cricket. The film also reunites Tom with his Forrest Gump and Castaway director, Robert Zemeckis.
Bob is one of these filmmakers that takes you to places beyond your expectations.
Pairing Robert Zemeckis with Pinocchio, a sort of a match made in heaven.
He even recreates some shots straight from the original.
It has incredible songs we all will love and remember. It's just an honor to be bringing it to a new generation.
What they can't do these days.
It's a really special story that encourages people to wish and to dream.
It's a dream come true for Cynthia, who told us the role fits her perfectly.
I was joking with my friend Leslie Odom Jr. because he has a daughter who is my goddaughter, that I actually get to be a real life fairy godmother.
Great movies last forever. And that's one of the things that Pinocchio delivers.
And tune into ET tonight because only we're on the South African set of The Woman King with Oscar winner Viola Davis. For Entertainment Tonight, I'm Nichelle Turner.
And don't forget, Entertainment Tonight airs on KGMB at 6:30 every weekday here at Hawaii News Now. All right, we got some cool news from the White House.
Yeah, so the Obamas returned to the White House today for the unveiling of their official portraits. Now, it marks the first visit for the former first couple since Mr. Obama left office in 2017. Mr. Obama has been to the White House at the invitation of President Biden on several occasions, but Michelle has not. So current presidents usually welcome back their predecessors to the White House for the portrait unveiling, but President Trump chose not to follow the tradition and did not invite the Obamas back to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. The portraits were acquired and commissioned by the White House Historical Association. Robert McCurdy painted President Obama's one, and Sharon Sprung did the former First Lady.
Very cool. All right, so a big anniversary for Vogue magazine. We had Gayle King talking to Anna Wintour this morning on CBS. Here's some of that interview.
We were so anxious to celebrate New York Fashion Week and also the city itself. I think Mayor Adams has done an amazing job of helping us focus on business in New York, the arts in New York, culture in New York, and we thought, what can we do that will be meaningful to our audiences and to the city as a whole? So we came together.
What did you come up with?
We decided to do a big street fair meets fashion show, over 200 people on the runway, 500, 600 people in the audience, a live stream. Lots of surprises. We're not allowed to say too much because the mayor's team is so concerned about security, but it will be a real celebration.
He's concerned about security for the surprises?
Well, not so much for the surprises as that we hope that the location will be kept a secret to the last minute, so we will be able to keep everything as organized as possible. But it's really going to be a global celebration of fashion. We have models from and other people from all over the world. We have representation from all the countries that we publish Vogue, which is 27 different countries. So
who gets to come?
Well, students are coming for free, and then if you're a member of Vogue Club, you can come, you can pay and come, and then there are different levels, but I think we still have very few tickets left. We're almost sold out, but it won't be more than 500 or 600 people.
Okay, I like this. Do you feel stressed about it? Because when I look at you, I never see you stressed about anything, whether it's the Met Ball, which is a big deal.
I'm excited. I think it's great to do something that is for our audiences.
It's never been done before.
And as well as for New York. I think that, New York fashion and designers, they really struggled during the pandemic. We're also going to be making a donation to the CFDA Vogue Fashion Fund, which supports young designers in the city. And I think this will be a real symbol about how New York fashion is back, how New York City is back, and anything that we at Vogue and Condé Nast can do to support that is so important to us. It's really, really important, I think, to all of us at Vogue. Every single person at Vogue is working on this. It's a team effort. The execution of it is a military operation. I'm very committed to supporting New York fashion.
But do you feel stressed? Is
Maybe
this you being
bit.
stressed?
I'm not. I just want it to be fun.
Yeah, well, I don't doubt that it will be fun. I am curious, too, Anna, about you in terms of what you've done at Vogue. It's 34 years, and I'm not talking about the R word of retirement. I'm talking about the R word of rumors. I said, I've been hearing about Anna leaving Vogue for 5 years, and she's not leaving. And I'm thinking, why would you leave when you still clearly seem to be enjoying it? Do you see a life for yourself after Vogue, or that's not even something you even entertain?
I'm very much focused on the present, whether it's Vogue World or what we'll be announcing shortly for the next Met Gala, or what the next cover is going to be, what we can do globally for Vogue and Condé Nast around the world, because I have such an amazing platform, Gail, and it's so important to me that I use that platform to help as many people as I possibly can.
What a fascinating interview.
Yeah.
You can watch more of it on CBS's website as well. You guys, there's breaking news regarding the search for those stabbing suspects. Ashley's going to have that for you at first at 4 on KHNL.